This year, our Atlantic Regional Council was held in beautiful Moncton. We had a record number of Unifor activists coming, and it showed in the room. People who've had experience being involved in their union and brand new folks coming for their first ever union event. And when you put that together and you mix it up, you get something really special that happens.
Some issues that young workers face.
It was really nice to get together with other young people. Sometimes we see things a little differently than the last generation. It gives you a burst of energy as far as the labor movement goes to come to these and have workshops and discussions with all the brothers and sisters.
We're learning how to get more young people involved, and there's always something to take away. You guys are really friendly and encouraging, and young workers need that, even though we rock, but...
Never forget that our strength as a social union comes from our diversity. Thank you, sisters and brothers, for all that you do.
We bring each other up, and that's what it's about, right? Bringing and caring for each other.
For me, being here in Moncton today is so important to me personally and to our organization. Our members in Atlantic Canada have had so many challenges and have always dealt with them head on.
It's not often that a premier of New Brunswick gets invited to a union convention. This actually might be a first.
We value Unifor's solid leadership within the union movement in New Brunswick, in the region, and across the country.
What threw me off was the conservative blue suit, and here's a guy talking about, having an actual labor committee, an actual focus on outreach, wanting to do things together.
Look, Brian, it's an absolute pleasure watching your government move the needle, and I'm absolutely, as all of us in this room are looking forward for you to make the announcement on 5 paid days of domestic leave.
These amendments will allow employees the time and opportunity to make a life change and enhance their safety and security. And I understand that Jerry has already announced what the end product's going to be, so that saves us a bunch of work, I suppose.
Why it is so personal to me is because I've experienced that. I've had to worry about when I was going through this, if I still had a job because I had to leave my workplace. My kids were dumped off at the main gate of the Halifax shipyards, and I got a call and had to go get my kids. And they were left there in their pajamas.
A year and a half ago, we said that we were going to make leave for victims of domestic violence a priority for the 4 Atlantic provinces.
We're driving along, and the bulletin board, it caught my eye, and I'm like, hey, there it is, paid domestic violence leave, and that's our union, Unifor.
We're this close to having it, and in all 4 provinces, and we're not going to stop till we have it.
We're going to do a little Twitter thing here, so everyone get your phones ready.
Social media is such a brilliant tool. Everyone got their phones open? They actually sent messages to their premiers and to their MLAs or MHAs and to ministers to say, we demand that you do this now. We had a hashtag that everyone was using in their tweets, and in a 15-minute span, our hashtag was trending across Canada.
We all felt empowered, and everybody was getting in. And I've seen people who didn't touch their phone and realize, oh my God, I'm part of this.
The room was always electric, and there was always great debate. And even when people didn't agree, it was always respectful.
Me too.
I want to see a Me Too for men. Me Too every time you laugh off a work bro sexualizing a colleague. Me Too every time you laugh at a rape joke. Still waiting for men to start a hashtag about all the times they were complicit in sexual violence and they did nothing.
This movement has been here as long as colonization has been around, where women are devalued on all levels. This is why we have to fight.
Things like women always being called fiery or passionate when men can just be competent and well-informed, that's part of rape culture.
It was a tough piece, but I think we had to hear it, and I think a lot of people opened their eyes after hearing that, especially a lot of the men in the room.
We need change, and we need it now, and the union has to lead in the movement.
There was about 80 men in the room at the time, and I think most of them have opened their eyes up to what was being said.
We had our committee from DJ Composites. They've been on a picket line for 18 months, come to our Atlantic Regional Council.
1 year, 5 months, 13 days. That's how long our members have been locked out. They act illegally, they bargain illegally, and we've been to every level of government that you can imagine, And government officials have proven themselves to be weak and ineffective.
Now, we need our government to step in and change the labor laws to protect the workers, not the company.
529 days, and I can assure you, sometimes you feel like giving up, but it's not in their blood. And it's certainly not in Unifor's blood. We're not going to give up.
To see them staying out there this long, not giving up, and fighting the fight for all of us from coast to coast to coast is huge. That battle affects everybody in every workplace, not just the people in Gander.
The incredible solidarity that's showed not just by our members in Newfoundland, but across all of the Maritime provinces is absolutely incredible. When I take a look at our victory with Bell and Lion bargaining, how we motivated our members, how we involved our members, how our members were all wearing their red t-shirts at work in defiance.
Solidarity. When you have a government that legislates and takes away workers' rights, it affects public sector workers each and every day, but it also affects the private sector.
People just started Facebooking me and they were like, "You're on a billboard." When I see the billboard, it makes me happy, it makes me proud.
Those billboards and all that came as a result of Unifor asking the membership what they needed and what would make things better for everybody. Yeah, it makes you proud.
Our union was able to take a leadership role in healthcare and make sure that we had a method to push back against the government.
Our membership has supported us with by 93% for mediation arbitration, which is great news for us because it gives us a pay increase.
And now we have another 2,000 members working in long-term care, where we hope to achieve gains for them and not what the Premier wanted to dictate on them.
I think we had a great week.
It was nice to come and meet the rest of our Unifor members because we're all one big family. That's why I see it.
When you look at how we started Regional Council with a Young Workers Conference, and we ended it with the first ever Retirees Charter being awarded to Local 219, it is the bookends of what makes this union so beautiful and powerful. And that is that there's a place and a space for everybody in Unifor.